Ladies and gentlemen, we are live at the 2016 Mount Rainier Open at the Washington Athletic Club. I'm Laura McCormick with the WRT, and we are now ready for our last quarterfinal of the day between Alex Cardona and Gerardo Franco. Alex Cardona will start off serving. He is the #1 seed and the #1 rank on the WRT. Nice soft touch from Alex Cardona, who is known for being one of the most powerful hitters on the WRT, but it's nice to see how his game has matured over the last 2 years. And he's starting to use a lot more control and mixing up his shots, as we just saw on that last point. Not that serve, but the point. Still a powerful player, though, with that ace serve. Gerardo Franco is seeded #8 this weekend. He is from San Luis Potosí. He trains out there with the Padilla family. And his sisters are also involved in racquetball as well. 2 sisters. Gerardo Franco is one of the youngest players currently on the WRT. He is 17 years old. He made his last quarterfinal appearance at the Columbia Open in May, where he actually went on to the semifinals and he faced off against finalist Andre Padilla. Nice get from Franco. Ooh, and a big rip from Alex Cardona. Some serious serving from Alex Cardona, forcing Gerardo Franco to call the timeout. We'll be right back in just a minute as we head to commercial. We'll be back with more of the WRT Live from Mount Rainier. Alex Cardona off to a strong start against Gerardo Franco in our last quarterfinal of the day. The winner of this match will continue on to the semifinals later tonight at 6 p.m. against Andre Parilla. The first semifinal is also set at 5 p.m. this evening Pacific Standard Time. We will have Jake Bredenbeck versus David Bobby Horn. Skip for Franco. Point for Franco. 1-6 in game 1 of our quarterfinal between Gerardo Franco and Alex Cardona. Now, Gerardo and Alex have never matched up before on the WRT, so it's nice to see a new quarterfinal opponents in our match here today. Big swing from Alex Cardona for the side out. Alex has 9 WRT title championships under his belt. Nice get by Franco. Oh. Looks like they'll replay that. Cardona with 9 WRT championships. His last title won in November at the San Diego Open, where he defeated Jake Bredenbeck. Oof. Big roll out from the back of the court for Cardona for a point. Alex Cardona is currently tied with Polo Gutierrez for the most WRT titles. 9 apiece. Another ace serve from Alex Cardona, stretching his lead a little bit, 8-1. Ooh. And Cardona takes that one in the back. Nice effort from Gerardo. Nice shot by Alex. Giving him 9. Looks like Gerardo's going to call a timeout. We'll be right back with more of this quarterfinal right after this. Special thank you to the WRT sponsor, the Gearbox, which is the official ball of the WRT, the Gearbox Black Ball. Both Cardona and Franco are Gearbox sponsored player. If you want to check out the gear that they're using, you can go to gearboxrb.com. Skip from Cardona. That's 2 in a row now for Gerardo. another ace serve from Alex Cardona. Definitely one of the strongest drive servers on the WRT. Long rally for these two in game one. Getting some love from the crowd. Alex Cardona winning that point. Some tough serving from Alex Cardona. Alex really dominating in game one right now. Franco calling a timeout. We'll take a quick break and be back with more of game one of our quarterfinal between Cardona and Franco. We're back live at the 2016 Mount Rainier Open, where we are broadcasting from the Washington Athletic Club in the heart of downtown Seattle. Alex Cardona coming out really strong in game one, but you can never underestimate the young player, 17-year-old Gerardo Franco, who is the 2015 Junior World Doubles Champion. And there we go. That makes it 15-3. Cardona winning game one over Gerardo Franco. We'll be back with more of our quarterfinals, so don't go anywhere.
Hey everybody, Anthony with Gearbox. Have you ever wondered when or why you should get your racket restrung? What signs to look for? Well, I'm here to shed some light on those questions. First, we need to talk about the function of a good string bed. The main purpose of the string is to stretch upon the impact of the ball, then snap back in a consistent manner. This is called the string's resiliency. Basically, a higher resiliency means you decrease the amount of mishits, and we all could use a little bit of that. Now that we know the function of a good string, we can talk about why you should restring your racket. This will involve three major points: string breakdown, tension, and notching. Number one, string is primarily composed of plastic. Plastic is susceptible to a process called creeping. Creeping is the breakdown over time due to overuse and exposure to UV rays. Inside the string, there is moisture and oils. In the creeping process, those get lost and string becomes dry and brittle. The second focus is on string tension. You might not realize it, but string immediately loses its tension once it's played with. It will relax to a much lower tension after the first game of play. So if you're one of those people that like it tight, you better get your racket restrung regularly. Third, after repeated hitting, string will have an effect called notching. Notching is when the string makes a notch or a groove at the cross point of two strings. When you have these notches in the string does not stretch and snap back efficiently. Lastly, you probably want to know how often you should get your racket restrung. The Gearbox general rule of thumb is to restring your racket the same number of times you play a week. So if you play about 3 times a week, we suggest you restring your racket about 3 times a year. If you have any questions about string, what type to use, different levels of tension, or general questions about our products, feel free to call one of our specialists or shoot us an email and we'll gladly help. That's all for now. Time for me to go restring my racket.
We're back live at the 2016 Mount Rainier Open. I'm Laura McCormick with the WRT, and this is Game 2 of our quarterfinal between Alex Cardona and Gerardo Franco. Alex Cardona in control of Game 1, 15-3, but as we've seen in the quarterfinals here this weekend so far, anything can happen. Our quarterfinal before this between Andre Padilla and Anthony Herrera went to tiebreaker. That was the first quarterfinal to go to tiebreaker. Before that, we had Jake Bredenbeck, who will move on to the semifinals because he defeated Christian Longoria, and David Bobby Horn will face off against Jake after defeating Sam Bredenbeck. If you want to follow along with the draw, you can check it out at bit.ly/Mount Rainier Open 16. Looks like the first point in Game 2 will go to Gerardo Franco. Both Gerardo and Alex are using the Gearbox Alvaro Beltran Signature Collection. Don't ask, just hit with it. Go to gearboxrb.com and check out the racket collection there. Skip for Alex gives 2 in a row for Franco. Kind of off-speed shot for Gerardo. While Gerardo has had a couple good shots against Cardona for sure, there's a couple errors I feel like that's beating Cardona a little bit as we open up Game 2. Big swing from the center of the court for Alex for the side out. Ripped it. Nice get by Gerardo. Just out of reach. Franco holding up in the back court. Nice get. Flat pinch rollout from Alex Cardona to end that rally. Earns him a point. Great rally between these two. Nice shot from Cardona, keeps Gerardo running around. Definitely trying to tire him out, and it looks like Gerardo's going to call a timeout to see if he can catch his breath. We'll be back with more live from the Washington Athletic Club in just a moment. We're back live in game 2 of our last quarterfinal of the day. We have Alex Cardona out on the court staying warm against Gerardo Franco. Cardona winning game 1 15-3 and now making his way back in game 2. He's keeping Franco moving around the court and forcing him to call that timeout. Gerardo had to wrap his finger. Looks like he, I guess, procured an injury during this rally, the last rally. Smashed his pinky, so he wrapped it in that timeout, and he's back and ready for action now. Big skip and a smile for Alex Cardona. Of course, we'd like to thank all of our fans for watching and supporting the WRT. I hope you know you can also join our newsletter. We send that out once a month, and we let you know when we're going live with all the broadcasts. Send us an email at contact@worldracketballtour.com, and we'll sign you up on our mailing list. Another ace serve for Alex Cardona to tie it up 4-4 in game 2. Gerardo Franco asking the referee Anthony Herrera for a screen as Alex Cardona takes the lead. 6 serving 4. If we take a look at how these guys got to the quarterfinals, Alex Cardona had a bye in round 32s and then faced off against Russell Cahill from Maple Valley, Washington. And Gerardo Franco played in round 1 against Esteban Martinez out of Houston, Texas, and then Francisco Troncoso. Skip from Cardona. You guys want to check out the draw? You know you can go to bit.ly/Mount Rainier Open 16. And he squeaks that one by Franco for the side out. Nice pass from Cardona for the point. A lot of power behind that one too. A serve for Alex Cardona, doubling his lead now over Gerardo Franco. Great serving from Alex Cardona. Gerardo doing a good job of keeping that ball alive. But Cardona now up 5 points and Gerardo calling another timeout. We'll be back with more of this quarterfinal right after this word from our sponsor, so don't go anywhere. We're back live at the Washington Athletic Club in the beautiful city of Seattle. We invite all of you to join us here in Seattle. We'll be back in 2017, so you can mark your calendars and make your plans. Seattle is fun for the whole family, so you can make a whole trip out of it and join the WRT in downtown Seattle. If you want to check out the future schedule of the World Racquetball Tour, you can go to worldracquetballtour.com. And we will be live streaming the Pan American Championships in March with the International Racquetball Federation. You can find that at the International Racquetball Federation website or the World Racquetball Tour website. That event will start March 24th, 25th, and 26th. Alex Cardona definitely in control of game 2. Gerardo Franco seeming maybe a little off, a little rattled, I guess. Side out for Franco. Big swing from Cardona in the back of the court, keeping his control and getting back into the service box. The winner of this match will face Andre Padilla tonight in the semifinals at 6 p.m. And before that, we'll have Bredenbeck versus Horn at 5 p.m. Nice get from Alex. Wow, a lot of power there from Alex Cardona. Nice effort from Gerardo Franco, diving all over the floor. He's still on the floor, a little winded after that rally. Cardona is making him work. Lucky shot there from Alex Cardona. Gerardo Franco using another timeout. We'll be back with more of our last quarterfinal of the day. Don't go anywhere. And we're back live with 13-6, Cardona over Franco. Ooh, big serve from Cardona. Franco picks it up and Cardona is able to put it away. That was match point for Alex Cardona as he wins 15-6 in game 2. I'm Laura McCormick with the WRT, and I'd like to thank you all for watching. Make sure you come back for the semifinals tonight at 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. First match is Jake Bredenbeck versus David Bobby Horn, and the second match will be Andre Padilla and Alex Cardona. That's at 5 and 6 p.m. tonight. And don't forget, on Sunday, we have the finals at 12 p.m. Plus, we'll be live streaming the doubles final. So you don't want to miss any of the WRT live from the 2016 Mount Rainier Open.